All right.
Wanna do a thing where you walk in the door and it's like sit, take a seat, and then we cut to like the actual.
I'm gonna put this on the outtakes. Get up here. What are you doing?
Oh wait, I'm going up there.
Oh wait, no. Oh, I have a meeting today. I have a meeting.
Come take a seat.
Yes.
I'm Chris Hansen.
Time to catch a predator. Am I right, son?
Fucking stupid. All right. What's today's topic? We should make a.
Why Deepwoken is one of the most unique RPGs to ever actually exist in the planet.
So okay, wait, if we want to talk about it, we can go like 2 routes in here, where we can go the Roblox route, or we could go game in general route. Because again, I think it's a good game standalone, but it has influenced Roblox in general in an immense way.
Yeah. In general, if we're gonna talk about RPGs, like although games like outside of Roblox don't do it, games in Roblox definitely take inspiration from it. And, people like to act like Roblox is less of a platform and less refined than everything else just because it's like not on Steam or anything. But if we're gonna be honest, Deepwoken has more content than the majority of games on Steam. It has more ways that you can make your character.
Yeah.
Just because you can't to the teeth customize the shape of your nose doesn't make Deepwoken any less of an RPG. Doesn't make Deepwoken any less of an RPG than anything else out there.
As a whole, I think Deepwoken has done a lot for the RPG and roleplay aesthetic in general, like especially Roblox wise. Okay, just get it out of the way. Roblox development does affect other development. We know, like Lethal Company, that dev started off as a Roblox dev before switching to
Vibrant
Steam.
Venture became its own game. Vibrant Venture became its own standalone game on Steam.
Like so we know it influences the game scene a lot. Because Lethal Company did start up a entire genre of subsection game.
Yeah,
an entire genre. Yeah, it's a really fun slop. And yeah, that started as that started out as a Roblox step, so it does have influence. On top of that, it is Roblox wise, will always be a gem amongst gems, and he's killing himself. A gem amongst gems, because again, what? Here, let me
What?
Check the S.
Okay. Oh. I'm not there. I'm not there. I'm nowhere near there.
Oh, okay, you're back.
Can I sit in your seat? No, I can't.
I can't get up, dude. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So as a whole, I think Deepwoken has done a lot for the RPG scene, and on top of that, it is a point of heavy contention for a lot of Roblox players and game players. Roblox did form a lot of people's game. It formed mine. I know it formed Summer. I know a few other people where it's been their game. I think it does that amazingly, because yeah, you can get into a game for a while, but Deepwoken does have that little trait to it where you just get hooked on it for days. You don't get hooked on it because you want to do something. You get hooked on it because it's Deepwoken. I think it's wonderful.
You're hooked on it for years. You're especially get hooked for years.
I have no diagnosis. I have nothing. And Deepwoken is still one of the games of all time in my head. I still play it occasionally. Not nearly as much as I did, 2 years ago. But I still play it a lot. It is maybe by far the game I have the most hours. By far the game I have the most hours in.
It's just because Deepwoken is... There's so much stuff to do. You know, even like just think about like the Power One experience, like the first day that you spawn in. You know, you play, you get on, first time ever, spawn in vigils. You see some guy outside your hotel room. He gives you the little bit of rundown, gives you a little bit of cash, and he sends you on your way.
And that's the entire game right there. And then everything's open to you.
And then he tells you, you know, maybe just take a trip down to Lower Arisia. You know, just take a trip there. You know, my first experience with Deepwoken was, I sat, Deepwoken does have a little bit of problems sometimes, like I will not, you know, like the new player experience, it used to be really harsh. Now it's a lot better, you know?
It's way better.
Like when I first started...
I almost argue it might be too easy because people get turned off of the game because they finish too many things.
Like when I started the game, it was like, oh, you can make a campfire like this, and then, you know, yeah, and then they send you on your way. So yeah, I picked Frost Draw. Dude, I was at Isle of Vigils for like a few hours, just sitting there running around just trying to figure out what to do, and you know, that kind of sucked, but you know, it gave me an idea of the world. I looked around and I saw something really cool, and then I saw a video on like TikTok. It was like, you know, you can go Prague at Lower Arisia, you can go Prague at Minitrisa, and you know, I didn't know where these other places were at the time, but you know, I go to Lower Arisia. First time I get there, pull out my weapon. 3 bandits start running at me, they rob me, and they leave me on the floor, and I just start getting confused. Like, was I lagging? What happened? Why couldn't I parry? And it's a skill thing, you know? And my first experience was getting ruthlessly humbled by level 0
three level 1 bandits, yeah.
3 level 1 dagger bandits with like 50 HP. And that's just how the game started, and that's just how it was. I went up to the fort in Lower Arisia because they finally figured out how to fight.
Yeah.
I died a few times. This guild picks me up. They're like, "Hey, we'll show you how to play." You know, they didn't really show me how to play, but you know, it was pretty close. Pretty close.
Yeah, I remember my first experience where I also started at Vigils. If I started at Etris, I don't remember. I didn't do anything in Etris. But I remember I chopped down trees for a while so I could get notes, so I could buy training gears. I couldn't use them, of course. I didn't kill anything. I didn't get any XP. And eventually, I found my way to Arisia all on my own. And it was the very back end. If you go to the back end of Arisia, there's a cave with the 1 rot skipper in it. And that's... Yeah, and he used to be like fucking Ryu versus Yuda in there.
It's scary.
It was dangerous because the route skippers have more health than like a bandit leader. So it was either I parried him 3 times or I died, straight up. It was life threatening. This one guy, and I used to mine the ore in there to get Puriosaur, and I used to trade in that for money and items. And that's how I proved early on. Not because it was good, because that's just what I could do with the skill set I had. And again, that's so removed from what Summer did, because it just gives you so many options. You play a game like Elden Ring, you already know a player's path. They're gonna pick a niche, and they're gonna full send into the niche, and they're gonna do 1 boss, 2 boss, 3 boss, 1 area, 2 area, 3 area. Maybe they skip 1 or 2. Sure, me and Summer went to Arisia, but we went completely different ends of the island, and he got robbed by bandits, and I fought 1 zombie orb. And it's like that for every single freshie. I've had the pleasure of meeting a bunch of new players, and yeah, that's our guild has what? It's like 53 players, and 40 of those fuckers I've just picked up off the street, taught how to play.
Join our guild. Join our guild. I'm putting up.
Yeah. Join this today, dude.
Join us now. Join us today. Our server's kind of small and poop, but you know, I would appreciate it if you guys join. I really like Deepwoken, and you'll like it too if you play with us. I don't know if anybody else does, because everybody else is evil. Yep. Trust me on that.
Yeah, exactly.
We will never talk about back in the day where I used to freshie rip until the sun went down.
Yeah, so my gimmick for like a few months, I think last year, and towards the beginning of this year, is Freshie games. I really kicked into the Freshie games.
Wait, they're coming back online. They're booting back up. And we're booting. Rebooting. Okay, we're back.
What?
Back.
What's going on? What happened?
Don't worry about it. We're back.
Yeah, but like what I got hooked on is I Freshie games. Honestly, I might be a little pompous about this, but I think I alone add to the Freshie experience a shit ton. Imagine you as a new player, you didn't know what anything was, and some guy takes you to a place far on the void sea where you can never run away, and he makes you play games, and he shows you, gameplay that you will otherwise wouldn't see for hours and hours and hours. That's all I do. That's straight. There was days where I got on Deepwoken, and that's all I did. Is I asked Freshies for their consent, and I'd pit them against each other, and I taught them really niche techs that otherwise they would have never known.
And another thing about Deepwoken is that, like, it is a little weird to say this because it just kind of shows that I was kind of an oddball back in the day, but Deepwoken forms, it like breaks relationships, dude. You'll never know the betrayal of like getting your legendary weapon stolen by a friend. You'll never, like, unless you play Deepwoken, you'll never understand that. You'll never understand the pain of getting a legendary, your friend holding the legendary for you, saying he'll hold it for you, and then wiping and then dying with your legendary weapon.
See, alright, so expanding on that story, we were Freshies, and it was maybe like a week into us being able to hang out in Airtel. During this time, like things like curved blades, crypt blades, all that shit were so fucking rare. And it was the first ever curved blade of the winds. And for some reason, I had it over it. I don't even know. It was either we just got in the depths with it, or we found it on someone else's body.
So what? I know what happened. So I got it in the depths. And you said you'd hold it for me because you had another slot you could hold it on. And then
I had a bank slot, yeah.
And then we get up to Airtel. We're up there for like a good 3 hours. This guy doesn't he didn't put it on another slot.
No. It wasn't that, because we were going towards Hive so we could teleport to Eresia.
We didn't even know about washing our faces yet.
No, but by the time we got to Airtel, Average showed us how to wash our faces.
Average was evil, dude.
Average was I fucking hated Average. So, Average was the bridge me and Summer had to each other.
How did you guys end up being friends anyways?
I think John brought me. So, okay. So, early years is I met John, this Asian guy who hasn't developed at all since that time. Sorry, if you ever see this, John, I'm sorry. But from what I've seen, your humor is exactly the same as it was when we were like, what?
For context, 15, he's a big 14. Fan of Genshin Impact, for context.
Genshin Impact and whatever, anyways. And he was the first, like, real guy I met on Deepwoken, and we hung around. We were both horrible. He's still horrible. He never got much better. I don't talk to him anymore. But last time, he was leagues below me and Sar. Anyways. And when I started hanging around with them, at some point, he brought on Average. And right along with Average came Summer. How did you meet Average?
I met him through y'all. So pretty much what happened was that I met John at Lower Eresia. Like, he offered to teach me stuff. And after that, like, he invited me to the group chat. Yeah, that crazy named group chat, bro. And like, so he brought me to meet you, and then eventually Average tagged along. Because Average was like low-key comp at the time. Like, Average was comp.
Yeah. So Average was leagues above me and Summer and John, where she could play Chime back when they had skulls in Chime. And, it doesn't sound crazy now, but, like, back then that was insane. She could do 8 days there.
She was really
she wasn't, looking back, she wasn't all that good. Actually, there was a few times where she void walked me, like, last year, and I whipped her ass. So we're better than, they'll be concerned about that. Like 5, anyways. She could do Chaser occasionally, which for Freshie us was so leagues above us. I remember one of our first times we got bells. I picked crazy slots, you picked something else. And she was dissing me. Yeah. Yes, wind up. And she was dissing me for taking crazy slots because she said some bullshit how it's bad unless you're going like multiple weapon investment, which is not. The weapons you get are absurd. And then I think this clip is still around. We were talking about it, and then as she's saying that, I used a crazy slot like heavy axe ability, and it sends me to fragment the self for like 3 seconds.
That just shows how powerful it was.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember when you did the divine axe thing straight into the void. White. That was a really horrible clip.
Yeah. Continue onward.
I hear your heart cracking in that clip. Like I actually died.
Yeah, that's the day I started growing pubes. By the way, I don't know if that's established. Anyways, continuing onwards. Pubes. Yeah, like on my balls. Anyways, continuing onwards. So, the first time me and Summer talked, it was because we were at Song Seeker, I think, and it was me and Summer average. I think John was on the call, but John wasn't with us. And I think we had the idea to. It was either push average off a cliff or some shit, or leave her behind and take a boat. Either way, it failed, and we died, and she beat her ass.
She got me wiped.
Yeah. And then that was the first time. I think if you go all the way back in our DMs, that's where it starts. Is hey, I have an idea. Me to you.
Yeah, that was tough.
Little.
First, yeah. So a little bit of background about me and bro right here. We're bound to each other by our souls, on life. We're bound to each other by the soul, practically, straight up. No matter what happens, we always find our way back to each other, low key.
It's kind of absurd.
Like back in the day, I used to be like a humongous liar.
It's bad, dude.
And like now I don't lie, but every once in a while, like we still have our little shitty shits. But I mean that's just how friendship is. We have our ups and downs. But
it was. Also, keep in mind we were kids. We were like in middle school, dude.
Yeah, we were young.
So and it was middle school during like 2020 to 2023. You can't say anything about that. So don't judge anything from that era. That's if it happened in 2020 to 2022, it did not happen.
Yeah, like if it happened like I'd be fine if you like executed me and shot me, executioner style. But like
exactly. But like back then, like dude, nothing ever happened back then.
That's when Dream was around, dude.
That's when Dream was over. That's when people are simping over Dream. Like, come on. That's when people wanted Dreams D.
That's when dudes were saying Goggy and then like day-to-day conversation and pretending like that was right.
People were saying Poggers back then, dude.
Yeah, no, my username used to be Pog Femmers. Excellent femboy art.
Yeah, that was that. Yeah.
But okay, but back to Deepwoken. Hell, dude. Okay, and if we're gonna be honest, even back then, when Deepwoken was just that, like those few bosses, like those 4 bosses, like Duke, Ferryman, Ethron,
Chaser, and Ethron. Technically Dread Serpent, but who the fuck? I don't think we considered him a boss fight back then.
Just an M1, was she
Yeah, no, he was worse than he is now because you could just turn off your monitor and fight him like that. Yeah. Now he has bigger hit detection, I think.
Now you have to parry him. Now you have to actually press F twice when he does this. But like back in the day, it was just like ease. Even back then, that had more content than like the majority of games out now. Like by far, yeah. You can get more time out of Deepwoken than you can probably get out of anything else. The sheer diversity of builds, the stupid stuff you can do with modifiers, the oaths, the bells, the amount of combinations were endless.
Yeah, something I do like is the game has a lot of interactions with itself. where you can go any investment and it's gonna pay off in some way, or it's gonna tie into some aspect of your build, no matter what you do. I think the biggest two selling points is a PvE VP. Where a big reason is the PvE is pretty good, especially for a Roblox game. Is probably the best PvE game out there. PvP wise, it's defined the entire fighting genre. Complete. I have
sorcery. You know what sorcery is? It's Deepwoken. You know what? Okay, if we're gonna be honest, sorcery is just floaty Deepwoken cursed gear.
Cursed gear is that.
Cursed gear just sucks, actually. So let's not bring that up.
I don't know what they're talking. I don't know.
Hand, just straight up Deepwoken, bro. Look.
If it has parrying, it's because of Deepwoken. Straight up. That is not
it's Deepwoken.
Absurd thing to say, because I get the Deepwoken started. If it has parrying whatsoever as a central game mechanic, it's because of Deepwoken. Like it's not like Elden Ring where you can equip a shield and you can parry like that. If it has parry with any weapon, and it is a core mechanic to the game, it's because of Deepwoken's release, and that is the baseline. These new games like Gakkaron, fucking what are yeah, sorcery, all that shit. It's all because of Deepwoken. It's
all
defined.
Some people would say it's all because of the D.
It's all because of the big D, yeah.
Yeah, like you know, and like think about it, you know. Deepwoken just fosters a good community. That's why I don't get like where all these toxic statements come from about Deepwoken.
I don't say good community,
okay,
because
let me explain, right? If we're gonna be honest, Deepwoken probably it has one of the less bad communities on Roblox, but people like to really talk about like us like feel like, oh, some guy said easy while he killed me. Dude, have you touched the battleground game? Have you touched strongest battleground?
Yeah, okay.
Have you touched YouTube shenanigans if you kill somebody too many times in a row?
Yeah, they be fucking bodies out there, yeah.
Let's not even pretend like people is that bad. Like, we just gotta get over it. We just gotta get over
there are some aspects. You know that Sev guy on TikTok? It's eventually the 30-year-old. So what's his great crime?
What?
People hate him. Why do they hate him?
I don't know. A pedophile. Yeah, he's a pedophile.
Is that like confirmed?
I think he's like a pedo or something. I don't want to say that because what was it? It was like, I think he was a groomer or something, and then like people were making jokes like about about like how he like lives with his aunt or whatever, and like somebody said like, does your aunt know that you're on Deepwoken right now?
Yeah. So again, the big thing I've heard off him is he's old and he's toxic. He's what, like 20, and he lives with his mom. Or aunt. You know,
like
I think he represents a good bit of Deepwoken players where they're toxic and they're getting on the older side and they're not getting out of the mindset that they had when they're younger. I think that's what Sev represents in the like again. He used to make decent content. I honestly I don't quite like his new content. But I don't know if he's pedophile. I'm gonna have to fact check that. For the topic that I don't know, I'm gonna say he's not. I don't know if he is. He could have groomed. You know, most TikTokers do that. Most content creators do that.
Yeah, I don't want to make any claims on him. So you know, if you heard
exactly.
Low-key, just put it out your mind. Just put it out.
Yeah, exactly. Like all day. But the only thing I heard is he's old and he's toxic, and that's it. And again, I think that incorporates most Deepwoken players who play the game nowadays.
But you know, at least he's not low to your god. At least he's not low to your dad. You know? Dale, go to your rent.
Dale, your daughter needs you. Dale, where are you?
The polyester prince in the flesh, yeah. You know, I mean, that's just how it goes down. But realistically, at the end of the day, there are so many communities that are so much worse than Deepwoken on Roblox. And
by far.
And the community of games shouldn't put you off of it, because if we're going to be honest, half of the people can't even see what you're saying anyways.
No, it's... But I think Deepwoken is in a pretty unique place where a bunch of the content is because of other players. And that's why I think it does have a decent community, is because the community of players keeps itself entertained. It keeps going because other players are making it fun for other players.
And everybody gets it, dude. Everybody gets it. The thing is about Deepwoken is that, like, if I go gank somebody, you know, if a guild ganks me, or if I gank a guild, you know, they're gonna put me on TOS, but they're not gonna, like, for real hold it against me, dude.
The worst I ever got off Deepwoken was a DM saying, check DMs, and it was a single photo of us jumping him, and saying, "This you need people to jump me because I'm not sure."
I remember that.
Yeah, I think I sent you the image recently of it.
Wait, for future summer, pull up the image of that guy like laying down after we beat him up in Chime. With like the mohawk.
That was such an ass fit, dude. Oh my lord, dude.
He was like, so
oh my lord.
You have to jump me. Actually, let me see if I can pull that up. Oh wait, I'm on streamer mode. I can't do that. Hold on, I'm in streamer mode. If you can find that in the pin and just send that, that'd be great.
Yeah. You can talk for a bit. I'll find it.
Yeah, no, but like it's like everybody with Deepwoken gets it, and you know a thing that puts a lot of people off with Deepwoken is permadeath. But you know nowadays, like back in the day, you know that used to be a real problem where you would be progging for like 2 days, 3 days, 4 days.
Back the end.
And is it? Yeah, it's this. You scared lol? Can't even 1v1. This was great. So back in the day, you'd be progging for like several days, just finished. Then you get ganked overworld, you die, you goes on to the depths, you get ganked, and then you wipe. Yeah.
It wasn't even always ganking. It was like 3 jellyfish and a lionfish would jump you.
And you would die.
And then you because the jellyfish would stun you, and the entire server would die, and you'd lag out, and you'd be wiped when you came back.
I remember back in the day, I was using this Grand City Risk build in the depths. And I was just like wandering around, just like killing all the fishes I saw because I was bored. And like eventually it caught up to me like with 3 jellyfish, and it was 2 jellyfish and a mud skipper caught up to me, and what happened was that all of their like attack cycles synced together, and I was getting stuck.
Yeah, it's just infinite, dude.
I wasn't getting hit by the jellyfish, and then when that one would end, the jellyfish would stun me again. So I just was stuck there to loot. Couldn't vent or anything. I know you guys are about to say, "Oh, just vent." Keep in mind, this was when I first started Deepwoken, so my builds were all poop. I didn't even figure out how to unbound yet. I didn't even know.
I can say with 100% confidence that a majority of my wipes came from the fact that I just lag out. There's one clip where a deep almost spawns, and I try and parry it, and the entire game freezes. I'm at like usually I was at half.
Live, it disappeared with you. It took you to a different dimension.
yeah, and so like I was like either half or above half, and it started hacking me, and it hurts bad, and then the entire game freezes. I'm still running, like, hey, oh shit, I'm lagging out, and then I'm wiped, and there's nothing in sight. There's no NPC. There's nothing.
It was just.
I have that clip somewhere. Here.
Dude, it was so
it's 0 views.
So funny. Oh my! Wait, did you find it?
Yeah. Hold on. I don't know if the link's gonna work. You can pull this up in editing so you can see it.
Some of our older clips are like broken now. Like the
they're decrepit,
Miami
dude.
crashed out of hell. It's gone. It's gone, dude. I was gonna share it to my friends the other day.
I that might be for the best. For your own future, that might be for the best, though.
Dude, just like just jerk their dicks off. Just jerk their dicks off.
No, it was beat their dicks off.
Beat them off. Dude, I was furious. There was rage. There was like serious rage building up in me right there off of that.
Yeah. So that was because he spent like an hour doing Hotline Miami 2, the twins, the swan guys. For the life of him, he could not beat the first level with them, and it was a little absurd because it went on for so fucking long. Him throwing his head out the wall.
He's crying, dude. It was so bad.
And the clip.
And then we got a neighborhood war, and you just started swapping back with me, dude. You even feel bad. You just sat there. Spam killing me and laughing at me, dude. That would kill some friendships right there. That would kill some real friendships, like 20-year-long friendships. If it was anybody else, dude, I would have pulled up to their home, destroyed them, ripped their bones out, and then like hung them outside for their family to see.
So yeah, how my medal was set up, it takes clips in 1 minute increments, and I had maybe 5 clips of it. So it was a rant for 5 minutes of like 30 hard R's.
Yo, shut that down! Shut up! You gotta shut up.
Yeah, so yeah, it's infamous because I think at some point I made it as like a soundboard bite. Yeah, I remember it was at the background of like a random ass Roblox game because I was laughing too hard to touch my computer, and that's what metal clipped during that time.
It was bad.
And then we got on neighborhood war or whatever, and I turned him to a nugget.
I hate everything. It was bad, bro. And then, bro, it's just like I think something that everybody needs to think about more is to stop treating games on Roblox like there's some like tertiary, more shitty party than everybody else. Just because it's not like it's like its own thing on a different platform. Like it's not on Unity. It's not on. Dude, Roblox brings the charm to these games.
Yeah.
Roblox's bugs, Roblox's jank adds so much to these games that would otherwise never happen. Otherwise, like Parkour Reborn, you would never have funny clips of dudes like falling infinitely, or like some guy in like a Toon Sahur avatar moving at Mach 20, flying across the map.
Parkour Reborn isn't as influential, but there is influential Roblox games out there for sure.
Like there wouldn't be any sort of funny shenanigans going on, like Jujutsu shenanigans.
JJS is kind of pivotal to JJK as well. JJS has more players than a lot of Steam games out there.
And that's just ISO, bro.
Something like that. Yeah, it has over 100. It has over 100,000 people playing.
Yeah, it's just so great, dude. And people don't want to give games of Roblox the recognition it deserves because they just don't see it as valuable. People see it as like you have to work harder on like games on other platforms. Here's the thing. Roblox has its own coding language. You can't take that onto a different platform, at least easily.
Yeah.
Roblox is its own thing. You have to learn its whole own thing just to make it work. And there's like pride that you can take in that, because it's like a specialized skill, and there's a lot of slop on Roblox, but whenever you find a gem, you really find a gem. And when you find a group of people who are truly willing to make it work, you get a real community.
Roblox games in general are great at that. Over a lot of Steam games, is you can really form a community. Because again, Helldivers is decent, but there's really time to find a gaming buddy off Helldive. There's rarely a time.
Like me and this guy, we are best friends because of
Deepwoken. Straight up, that is the only reason we started out, is because of Deepwoken. Did we branch off? Yeah, but like at its core, it was built off that.
And we still go back there like almost every day. We're still in Deepwoken. We're still making builds. Because at the end of the day, every month we get new weapons. Every month we get new mantras. Every month we get new content. Every month we get new places to explore.
And on top of all the old content, there's almost always something there. If there isn't something there, because we exhausted because again we have hours upon hours upon hours. Like it's
and even
absurd.
And let's just say even if you did finish it all, man, play it again.
You can play it again. But what I was gonna tangent off to is the people inside of Deepwoken really form what the game can be. And I think that's honestly its strongest point, is you have all these, cool, unique things, and it's compounded by the fact there's people in it. There's people everywhere.
Edited, by the way.
No, you gotta pull up some like high quality images or some shit. But like, I think that's the main thing Deepwoken has going for it, is it has people in it. There's never a time where you're in a people drought inside of Deepwoken, because you always see someone. If you have a question, there's a fair chance you can find someone and ask it just in game,
Dude,
and
like,
they'll know.
When I had to get Star Kindred for the first time, let me explain the story of Star Kindred. So the day before, I think it was like Wednesday, it was Wednesday. So me and Hank, I'm progging a fist build. He was progging like a rapier build or something, right?
Yeah.
And we end up in like Star Sweat, but we don't know how to get up to get to the angel. We don't know how to get up, so we're sitting there, we're farming threshers for like 4 hours straight, just straight up. We're farming threshers for 4 hours straight until we hit like power 16, and then he has to get off. I'm like, damn, that was hella fun though. Next day, I get up, I do my schoolwork, and then I'm like, in between classes, let me try and figure out like where to go. So I get on Deepwoken, and I just start roaming around. And so I see this guy with the Grand Sudaruska and the Nevaeh Nomad outfit on. He's fighting these guys, and I'm like, whoa, this guy's awesome. So I wait until he's done, and I'm clearly a freshie, so he takes pity on me. Well, I'm clearly new to the game. I wasn't a freshie, but I sucked ass. Okay, man, you can tell.
We sucked ass, yeah.
Yeah, we sucked, so you can tell.
We had a team on the big angel guy.
So I started talking to this guy, and I'm like, hey, how do you get to Star Kindred? He's like, I'll take you. I'll show you the way. So this guy, he takes me to the place, and he's like, to get up to the thing, you have to like parkour around the top of the mountain. I'm like, okay, so I'm really just like back where I was where we started, and I don't really know what to do until I get there. And there's this dude here. He's like faded out of his mind, man. And he's like, don't worry, man, I'll show you how to get up there. So he shows me how to get up. He helps me kill the angel. And as we're up there, we get ganked by this like super Voidwalker. And he gets killed, and I'm like running away, like I'm falling down the mountain. It's horrible, dude. It's horrible. Falling down the mountain, he's getting ganked. He's like screaming for my help, and I just have to turn around and run. Just turn around and run again. Later that day, Hank gets on. He already has Star Kindred. I'm like, hey, wait, when did you get this? He's like, oh yeah, I went up earlier. I was like, you didn't tell me. I was like, whoa. I was gonna show you later. I was like, yeah. So we go around, we get our monsters, and we wipe because we suck.
We suck, yeah.
Yeah, no, we wipe because we suck. And that's just how it was. And then, you know what I did? I made a new build.
And you just restarted with something else or the same thing. And because we were so bad at the time, it took time.
It took time.
And it took effort.
It took time, but the thing was about Deepwoken is that, like, yeah, sometimes it feels like a slog, but you are ultimately making a lot more progress than you think,
So, yeah. Again, it's been so long since we've been bad at the game. The last thing I can tell you about learning was Titus, where like a month ago at this point, I bit the bullet and went to go learn him.
Wait,
and it took way faster.
Entertain my viewers. I gotta check
yeah.
bandages real quick.
And it took way faster than I thought it was, because Titus is a hard boss. But when you get down to Smatic, it's like any other boss. You gotta learn it. For me in Summer, it took so long to beat the first, I want to say mid skill boss, which is Chaser. It took so long where it got to the point where we were lying to each other about having beat it. And then we were calling out each other for lying about having beat it because we didn't beat it because we were too bad. It was such an effort to eventually beat it. Because again, if you died, it's either you wiped or maybe you had a light hook. And then you had to wait 20 minutes to try again. And again, it took a while to get the Chaser for us because the Banner's Nest was horrible. The Bone Keeper, we could barely kill the Bone Keeper. And once we, fully learned the Bone Keeper, it was the rest of the, all of it that had issues. And then, Chaser was also just a hard boss. So I remember, trying our best to learn him. It just took so long. And, the better you get, the good thing about learning is the more you learn, the better you'll get at learning. For Titus, which is so much harder than Chaser, and I didn't put in any effort in learning him beforehand, took like a week to fully learn him. Did I have a safety like Chaser? Yeah. I found my own way to, secure my own health using a stealth mechanic where I'd stealth away after I got low enough so I could go heal. And that's probably the main reason why I learned him so fast. But like, regardless of that, I learned him in a timely manner. It didn't take too long. And he's a raid boss at that. You're supposed to go in with multiple people and fight him, so you can take turns. And you can just find ways to work around that consistently with most bosses. Chaser, yeah, are you supposed to do him solo? Yeah, probably. You bring another person, you can double your damage, even though you can't. Yeah, how bosses work is the more people you have, the more damage it will take to kill them, because they'll have more health. It scales to the amount of people. If you double damage and they only get 0.2 more health, then you're gonna kill them faster. Chaser is an interesting example, because for me it's never been, his moves are so difficult. Some moves will get you, it will chip you down over time before he just slowly kills you. And the more people you have, it's not less damage you'll take, it's just maybe you get more chance to heal. Maybe the fight will take that as long. I think what me and Summer did is I just eventually got good enough builds we could kill Chaser faster than you kill us. Where it would take like a cycle and a half to kill Chaser at max. I hear him laughing. I hear him coming back, and and then I think that's the only reason we ever beat him was because we had the safety net of we could kill him fast.
Dude.
And that's how we learned. Yeah.
I just went to my mom. I asked her if she could help me put new band-aids on her.
Yeah.
And I realized, dude, my cut is already healed up completely. and I was talking to my mom and I was like, dude, I'm niggerine. And she told me to get out.
For the sake of the fact I'm being recorded, I can't make any comment on that.
Don't say that.
For the camera, I have to admit, I am not white. I am of Native American descent. I am full-blooded Native American. I am full-blooded brown. I am such a special boy. I'm not
too.
white.
I'm also rare.
I'm
rare. I'm a legend. Also, he's a mythic. He's a super mythic.
Fuck up, dude. Yeah, so take that all into account when you recording this. Is I am not white.
Yes.
And yeah. Anyways.
Great job, nephew. PR trained, I guess, man. I guess PR trained. All right, what were you talking about, anyways?
Learning bosses in general and how you can kind of combat your own skill by learning crafty ways to deal with bosses outside of just throwing your head out the wall.
Aside from Deepwoken in general, going back to what I was talking about, people not respecting Roblox in general. We have games like fighting, which is a whole hero shooter. We have games like Remix, which is its own kind of subgenre of shooter, I guess.
I'll be honest. I think Roblox fighting games do fighting better than modern fighting games.
Yeah, we
because Mortal Kombat 1 was the most recent. That and some other one came out recently. But they don't hold play. JGS has a shitload of players right now. It has so many people on it because people like it. People like the content in it as well as the source content.
Aside from speaking technically, about battlegrounds get into stuff. There's so many different intricacies to how you play and like how that affects other things. Like like when you're playing JJS, you're fighting a guy, you can't get around his block at all, dude. Like you're struggling. Like you're struggling to get around this. Like he's cooking you. What do you do?
Yeah.
Let's say you're playing Yuji. This guy keeps blocking. You can't get around it. What do? You have three options, right? A, crushing blow, right? You do crushing blow, but if he can ragdoll cancel, he'll ragdoll cancel right out of it, and you'll be instantly punished for doing it. You have the other option of just hitting 3 for your divergent fist, and it breaking their block, and you get an M1 cycle. Or you could wall jump and do the aerial variant of curse strikes, and ground them, pick them up with crushing blow, like hitting the ground next to them, making them get up. Then you dash around them, hit them with black flashes, and then now instead of you being on the ropes, now it's them.
Or you could just do black flash.
Or you could just be tough.
Like again, like JJS alone, which again is on the upper rim of Roblox games, has more players than Mortal Kombat 1. It has more players than Tekken, and it is pretty comparable to shit like Marvel Rivals, which is another free game.
Yeah, but Marvel Rivals is also like poop, so you know, there's that.
People fucking love that. People. Okay, what's a popular game nowadays?
What's one that you like? What's one that you like? What's it called? Raiders. Arc
Raiders. Yeah, Arc Raiders kind of dying. Yeah.
Aww.
Arc Raiders player count. Right now it has. Okay, no, like, this is comparable. Let me pull this up. 32,000.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all. But I think Arc Raiders is a really well-made game, and is a full-fledged game, and it only has 31,000 players right now. Sure, it peaked at 400,000 at some point, but again, right now that's where it's sitting at. What are other big games? GT.
Band-Aids suck, man. Like the orange cloth Band-Aids suck. Like the clear plastic ones are where they're at. You know what I mean? Like the clear sticky ones.
Yeah.
Side note, my bad.
And if you want to compare Roblox as a platform, Roblox is really comparable to other big gaming franchise. GTA is a fucking behemoth in the gaming scene, where it has millions. It has millions of players. GTA Online, I think, averages like 9 million people daily. And that's absurd, dude. Everyone's heard of it. Except Minecraft's huge. Those are behemoths. But, it's decently comparable to all of Roblox as a platform. You can compare those as, what do you call it? You can compare something like GTA to Roblox as a whole. Which it might be kind of traumatic and dishonest to compare all of Roblox to one game. Because it might discredit the point that all Roblox games are made well. But it is telling of Roblox as a platform. Do I think Roblox will ever be massive? It is one of the biggest platforms out there.
They're 9.8 million a day, dude. There's that 9.8 is nothing to like 100 million, which is Roblox only daily.
Here, let me fact check. Yeah, okay, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is over 100 million daily.
How much is it?
That's the lowest count here is. Let me go back. I just had it up. Lowest count is 132. Highest count is 144 million.
Roblox is up. We're just gonna be on it. To support.
Here, now I gotta check Minecraft. Because I think Minecraft is the other Minecraft is 14 million. So all of Roblox as a platform compares pretty handily to most standalone games. And Minecraft, which has been holding up basically all of Xbox for years now, only compares to like 7 of the top Roblox games.
Yeah.
And that's kind of absurd.
It just goes to show how tough, like, well, no, it doesn't go to show how tough Roblox is, because, even if, like, maybe, like, 5% of that is, like, bots, like 5 million
Yeah.
is probably bots.
Yeah, but that, I think that goes for any platform.
Yeah. 5 million in bots on GTA, bro. I mean, I guess that is
Sure.
completely true, because they're all trash, but, yeah. Throwing shade at GTA for no reason.
Same, I'm pretty sure Minecraft is a shitload of bots, and I'm not gonna lie. GTA Online, I think a little bit. The other games, I'm not so sure though.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, Roblox is just it's a breeding ground for creativity and like future game developers who actually want to make it big. If we're gonna be honest, the people who are working on Deepwoken, they're goats. If they show their portfolio to any like company, any gaming company, we might not have like a crazy player count, but we have like one of the most intricate systems for combat ever made. For gaming, like you're actively playing it that isn't an RPG, that isn't an action RPG.
Deepwoken's all time, which again, it is a paid game, and it's only been out for 6 years, which is pretty high. Was 62,000 people, which is really comparable to most mainstream successful games out there.
And the thing is that Deepwoken is still constantly being bought to this day. People are still picking, because every person that leaves, there's another person that flows into Deepwoken, if we're just going to be honest.
If you're looking at statistics, we actually have a really consistent uptick in visits, especially lately with the new changes to New York progression. We have been getting more new players. However, I want to point this out is they recently did like a matchmaking thing where you're matched server-wise with players similar to yours, so similar to whatever playtime you have and the achievements you have. And because of that, it seems like there's no new players, which isn't quite the case. There's so fucking many, dude. There was a time where all I did in the game. No. I have an alt account, so I can find first server straight up, so I can quick join and get a server full of them.
Animated or whatever, something.
Yeah. I can't wait to get chase banned for trying to attack.
I think I would get chase banned for fucking refreshments.
I get chase banned for just soft locking people.
Yeah,
straight up.
We do that all the time, trust. All the
Anyway, you should wrap this up so you can go at it and we can go do outtakes.
Yeah.
We gotta learn how to end a conversation, dude.
At the end of the day, Deepwoken is like one of the. All right, you can go kill yourself. So,
we end the video at the okay, you can go kill, and then that's it.